The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Keep it simple, Boston. We're in a transition phase right there. Speaking of transitioning, that's why Bobby's not here this evening. We will be talking about Patriots training camp as we near the end. We've got some Red Sox updates. Those boys just cannot die or will not die. We've got 10 questions from around everywhere. From Dr. Big Mac, which is always interesting. I'm sure I'll get aggravated. Stick around. And Simplest Minds of the Week to close out the show, as we always do. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show. Keeping it simple, Boston. Friday. Just kidding. Tuesday. Just kidding. It's Wednesday, August 26th. Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. Raymond has fully adopted the stupid ass blue sunglasses.
No, just tonight. I
have not seen you without those sunglasses on for months.
Last week you weren't here.
No, I wasn't. Summer look. I don't hate it. It's not as bad as the other options. Yep. Go ahead, hit subscribe right meow, and like it. Tell your friends. Tell your mothers. We're going to talk about the Patriots here. Patriots Camp, the number one story coming out of camp now. Still, Kashon Gonzalez, no deal to be had. Spoke with the media a day or so ago, depending on when you're listening to this. This is coming off the much-anticipated Devon Witherspoon contract signing with the Seattle Seahawks. The other cornerback, represented by the same agent, signed a 4-year, $132 million deal with $59 million fully guaranteed at signing. Everyone was anticipating Kashon Gonzalez and the Patriots coming to terms once that deal hit the paper. And here we are almost a full week later with no deal done and what seems like no deal to imminently come through here. Where do you stand in all this? I have two questions. Why is it being held up? And are you okay with it being held up? And what are the ramifications if a deal does not go through by the beginning of the season, by week 1?
I believe the deal is being held up because, like you've said in weeks past, Rich, that he wants to be the highest paid cornerback this year and next, so he's trying to justify getting more money than Devon Witherspoon this year and next. So it's just something that the NFL hasn't seen before because he wants to be in that next cap hit, like the next cap echelon, next cap threshold. He wants to still be the highest paid cornerback next year. And I don't think Kraft wants to do that. I think Kraft would be willing to do the $40 million and probably maybe $60 million of that guaranteed. And just Kashon Gonzalez is not buddy. He wants to get paid. He wants to make sure his kids can retire off of that kind of stuff.
Anybody's kids can retire off $60 million if you're not an asshole about it.
Have you ever seen an NFL player with the way they spend?
I preface that if you're not an asshole about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally sure it's all on. So we had the report that Gonzalez wants a not a traditional, what did they call it? God, this is why we need Bobby. You're never going to come up with this. Multiplying deal. So he's getting 18% of the cap year over year.
That's what the thing is, yes.
It's not something that's ever been done before. It would be a massive ask, especially for someone at a cornerback, not, quarterback. Even the cornerback position has lost value to, say, the
wide receiver
pass
position.
rusher, wide receiver, left tackle. It's gone down in years past in the last couple of years. Now I'm going to contradict the Patriots here. I'm not sure they want this player at that number. I don't know, but they have said that they have offered to make him the highest paid cornerback in the history of the position. Christian Gonzalez, when asked directly about that, said more or less it's the devil's in the details and depends on which way you look at it, which means they're not giving him the guaranteed deal that he probably wants, whether that's the multiplier or not. Let me answer some of my own questions. I don't think they're getting a deal. Maybe they get a bridge deal. Maybe they throw some cash at him this year, 10 to 20 million or something, so he gets on the field. I don't think they want to put that amount of money in the cornerback position when they know that they are going to have to put the largest contract in NFL history in Drake Maye's ass next year. Yep. And they are anticipating that coming. And as Elliot Wolf said today or yesterday, it is a cash budget that they are dealing with. And that is just too much cash in two players. The Patriots don't value that. And you could put that value system as either them being cheap or frugal, or they just don't believe in expending that much money over two players. Whichever way you want to go, I believe that's why this deal's not going to get done unless Christian Gonzalez comes down to the Patriots number, which I would imagine is much lower guarantees on short money. And they could probably get out of it almost at any time they want. Now, the Witherspoon deal is a 2-year deal if you look at it. That's all it is. So,
and it's cheap. It's cheaper than anyone expected. They thought it was going to be north almost 40 million or north of 40 million. Wasn't that? It was, what'd you say, 35?
Well, it's 59 over 2 years. So
that's guaranteed. I'm saying the
that's what the contract is, though. It's 5 years, 132 million. But really what you want to look at is the 59 million guaranteed at signing, and it's guaranteed over the first 2 years of the contract. So call it 30 million a year for Devon Witherspoon. That's probably lower than what Christian Gonzalez thought he was going to get, and he's probably still asking for what he thought he was going to get. And if you throw that multiplier bullshit in there, then the Patriots are just going to say no to that. Yeah. So it is interesting. Is Gonzalez not willing to come to that 60 million guaranteed over 2 years? Would the Patriots be willing to pay that? Maybe. That is short money. That's real short money. But
you have to know the Patriots have always been cheap. Even when we won all those Lombardi trophies, the Patriots did it the cheap way. Tom Brady was always taking the hometown discount. He was always taking the low-end deals. He was never the top-paid quarterback in the league. The Patriots are cheap. Robert Kraft is cheap. He's not going to pay a cornerback this kind of money. He's going to go out there to the media and say, I will pay him the richest contract in NFL history. But like you said, it's not going to be the guaranteed money that he's looking at that he wants. He wants to get paid now, and Christian Gonzalez is not going to get it. I think he's going to have a gun to Kraft's head and end up getting traded out of here. He's not going to be a New England Patriot. He might be this year, but by 2027, he will not be a New England Patriot, guaranteed.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. The odds are that he is not playing for the Patriots in 27. I think he plays this year, and I think I don't think he has as much leverage as people think. Like, he's gonna have to, if the Patriots don't give him a deal, he's gonna have to play for his next deal this year. And I may be coming from a biased standpoint. Anyone who listens to us knows I'm not the highest guy on Christian Gonzalez. Certainly not to be the richest cornerback of all time. But he is a guy you drafted, and he's the best cornerback you've drafted since Ty Law. And there's value in paying those guys for your organization. So, if gun to my head, if you ask me, give him the Witherspoon 60 million over 2 years. Yeah, that's a fucking slam dunk. That's a slam dunk deal for the Patriots. They should be willing to do that. And if they're not, then it's their fault. If Christian Gonzalez is asking for much more than that, well, then it's your fault, dude. The market was set. Witherspoon set the market, and then you come a little bit above it. This is how the NFL works right now. Play ball or don't. So my prediction, I don't think they get the deal done. I think Christian Gonzalez is out there week 1, but I think he's hedging his bets all year long when it comes to injuries. He's not sticking his head in there in scrums. He's not going for big tackles on the sideline against big old running backs. He'll showboat his way in man-on-man coverage and let everybody know that he's a top 3-man corner in the league when it's time to do that. But you're not going to get 110% of Christian Gonzalez this year. He's going to make some business decisions when that deal doesn't go through by week 1. But I think he's out there week 1.
I think he's out there week 1, but I think there's going to be a phantom injury come week 3, 4, 5, and he'll be a couple weeks with the hamstring.
I don't know. I don't know about phantom. Like if he tweaks a hammy and it's a little like he could play through it, he might make that decision not to play through it. That's what I mean. I don't think they're going to fake it.
That's what I mean. I don't think he's going to. He's
been out there
if
enough.
If there's a little soreness, then he's taken because he has to think about his future. He wants to be paid, and you know how the lifespan of an NFL player is. It's 2 to 3 years. Usually, the average NFL player. He wants to set himself up for a lifetime of, when his playing career is over, when he's 30, 31, 32 years old.
That's just what you do as a player.
Exactly. So, that's why I'm saying he wants to get paid. He wants that next contract. He wants that guarantee money. He wants that rich contract. And some stupid team's going to pay it. I don't think it's the New England Patriots.
Yeah, and as he should. I don't begrudge him for doing that. That's the way business is done. But I actually I think he's gone, I'm not going to say above and beyond, but he's gone beyond what a lot of players in his position would have done already. He took off during practices for reasons what we're discussing, and then he was back there this week when training camp kicked up at 100% participation. So I think
are they doing joint practices with the Browns?
No, I don't think. I think that was.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think it's over. So he's back with practice. And
which tells like it will be interesting to see what. He has yet to play in real competition. So it'll be interesting to see if week 1's out there. If you ask me, I'd say he's in there. And I'd say the Patriots throw him a ball and they give him a bridge deal this year. So he's not playing on $4 million or whatever the ridiculous number
Stupid rookie contract is. Yeah.
That would be my guess. But I think it will have an impact on the team in the matter that you're not going to get 110% Christian Gonzalez. You might get 80, 85, which would be good. It'd be, if they need him, they got no one else. I mean, Carlton Davis ain't going to hold down that spot. And beyond those two guys, they got nothing. So they need him.
Marcus Jones? If you don't see what
Marcus Jones I don't even count Marcus Jones in that conversation. We know he can't play outside.
What? You haven't watched the game tape yet, there, Rich?
I watched his last year with Belichick when we were calling him, what were we calling him? The silent one?
Mm-hmm.
We got burnt by who burned him every time they played in Buffalo?
Anyone that's over 6 feet tall.
Was it Diggs?
It was Diggs. Yeah, he went up against Diggs
every time they played Buffalo.
Or was it Matt Collins as well?
I don't know. I love Marcus Jones as a player, but he's a fantastic slot cornerback. But that's where he belongs. That guy
just average height
outside.
Just average height.
Totally. The other big news out of camp: Kashon Boutte, bye-bye. I don't know how they're going to survive this lack of chemistry and these 33 catches.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody overinflates their players like Boston sports fans. Kashon Boutte, that buffoon Causeway Caveman on the internet.
You hate that guy. I want him on the show so
stupid. I hate stupid people who don't think critically for themselves. Yeah, you are a bane of my existence. I love you because I have to. The fucking caveman, when there was and the AJ Brown speculation was at its peak, his tweet or Instagram thing was all for it as long as you don't get rid of Boutte.
Yeah.
So here's how the English language works, you dipshit. What you just said is, I don't want AJ Brown if it means we have to get rid of Kashon Boutte. To which I replied, yeah, they're really going to miss those 33 fucking catches and 0 separation by Kashon Boutte. We better not take a chance on the perennial top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, AJ fucking Brown, Super Bowl winner. No way. Can't give up the chemistry of Kashon Boutte, the one guy that's had chemistry with Drake Maye, other than Stephon Diggs, who went for 1,000 yards last year in his first year in uniform for the Patriots. You buffoons. Bye, Boutte. Bye. Bye. Not a huge loss. However, Raymond, a 6 and a nothing safety and a 7th round pick. I do believe Kashon Boutte was a more valuable piece on this team than that.
I think we all said it. We all said it that he's at least a 3rd or maybe a 4th.
No, I don't think he's worth a 3rd or a 4th. I think he's worth what they got. However, in terms of wide receiver depth on the Patriots, if you have an injury to AJ Brown,
You're fucked.
Kashon Boutte, you don't have a guy that can slot into AJ Brown's spot seamlessly right now. Kashon Boutte would have been that guy.
Yep.
So if your only return is some young safety, unproven safety, and a 7th round pick versus AJ Brown protection for the year, and you're supposed to compete, you keep AJ Brown protection and deal with that guy's sour fucking puss on the bench because he's going to get less than 33 catches this year.
You snip snapping motherfucker. They're addressing the safety position now, and now you're upset about this. They're putting depth behind Woodson and fucking Yard.
Beard. Apologies. Yeah, Jaylen Reed, the former 6th round pick, who the Patriots decided not to draft. Instead, 5 picks before him, they draft the fucking kicker, Gonzalez, who can't make a field goal at this point in time.
Yes.
So that's the depth that you're talking about. Jaylen Reed, this came out of some article I read. Despite playing 173 snaps last season, Reed showed the ability to play a deep portion of the field while his physicality can make him an asset closer to the line of scrimmage. Great. We just got the next Kyle Duggar. Fantastic. You addressed safety depth and you depleted your wide receiver depth. Kashon Boutte, I just obviously laid out, I'm not the biggest fan of Kashon Boutte. He is whatever he is, but he has more proof as an NFL player than Jaylen Reed, and your team's going to rely on your passing games a lot this year. And A.J. Brown with knee injury and age and so on and so forth, if he gets dinged up for a game or two, Kashon Boutte would have been a valuable guy to slot in for a few snaps. I just think – and then spare me on the whole, well, we got to do right by Kashon Boutte because Mike Vrable is a player's coach. First of all.
No, we don't.
No, you don't. Second of all, if his 33 catches went from 33 down to 18, sorry, Kashon, that you're not going to go set the market in free agency next year. Third of all, he got traded to Houston, who has wide receivers on that and pass catchers on that team too. He's not slotting in as the number 2 or 1 guy in Houston.
They're all hurt. Tank Dell is coming off that ACL injury. Their wide receiver 2 just got hurt during the preseason, so he is there by default. They're probably wide receiver 2.
Okay. Well, either way, good luck with CJ Stroud and his duck feet in his backpack getting you the ball, Kashon Boutte.
The only thing I'm worried about is that you now have Kyle Williams.
Or you're delayed.
Probably delayed. Kyle Williams is now your number guy that's slotted back behind AJ Brown. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's kind of making my point.
Yeah,
it's kind of making the point there.
Because you talk about, what did you say? How many did Kashon Boutte have? 33 catches?
That's right.
How much does Kyle Williams have? What, 18? Less than?
Yeah, Bedard did the math, though. If Kyle Williams got the same playing time as Boutte, he would have quadrupled his production or something.
And if I ran every day, I'd be fit and fucking
right. If you want to play that game,
you want to play that game, we can.
I get it. I don't like the trade either. I don't think Boutte's going to be a huge loss.
I don't either.
If everyone stays healthy, it's going to be a net positive for the Patriots. And their depth is not crazy at pass catchers. Brown, Dobbs, Henry, Hollins, I think are your top 4 pass catchers.
Pop Douglas.
Well, you know what I feel about Pop Douglas, and I think you did that on purpose.
I did.
After that, the darling of camp, Pop Douglas, and then Kyle Williams and Efton fucking Chisholm. If you want to do that,
he won't make the team. There's no fucking way.
We got 4 bona fide, and I call bona fide. Matt Collins, people have different opinions on that, but I think they're underrating Matt Collins as your 4th option. AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs, Hunter Henry as your top 3, and then throw Ramondre Stevenson in there as a backfield. You can do much worse than that. They're okay. I'm just, whatever. We did way too much time on that trade that we will forget about in 4 weeks.
5.
Let's finish off the Patriots segment with a quick segment called Concerns and Confidence. I'm going to rattle off some concerns.
I feel like I should have music for this. I'm sorry.
And then some things I'm confident in about. Concerned about the run defense and their front 7, their linebacking core, and their pass rushing. Overall, really just their front 7 defense has not shown well in the offseason here. They did not do enough to address it in the offseason from personnel standpoint. Harold Landry is old, coming off an injury that is
He's
not
still hurt.
progressing.
Yeah.
You're relying on a rookie in Gabe Yakis, who was late to training camp. And then Spillane and KJ Britt is what you're relying on in the linebacking core. Obviously, we know Milton Williams and Barmore are legitimate, but they are missing a bona fide nose tackle with letting Tonka go. And it seems like they've been getting their asses run on in these joint practices every chance that they've got. So the defense concerns me a little bit.
No, totally agree. Watching that Colts preseason game, they can't address the running quarterback. I said it last week. Anthony Richardson, terrible quarterback, but he got around the defense with his legs. They still don't have an answer for that. And I'm worried about who's going to be going against the best tight ends on every team. Like that was another problem last year. They couldn't stop the top echelon tight ends of the league, so they didn't do anything to address that this offseason. So that
Jaylen Reed, bro. The Jaylen Reed trade.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I just
mark that off the list.
Yeah, I'm going to scrap that off. Yeah, sorry.
We're late, so I'm going to rattle through these, and you pick your favorite. I am concerned about the offensive line depth. I think they'll be better. However, if an injury happens, they don't have much past those starters. Concerned about the number 3 wide receiver position, like we just talked about. Don't give me Demario Douglas. How dare you?
Pop Douglas, man. We're fine.
Don't even dare do that to me. Tight end depth. You got a bunch of rookies behind Hunter Henry, who feels like a load management candidate this year.
However, if that kid from Notre Dame actually sticks up and actually can be the number 2 guy, like an Austin Hooper kind of guy, you'll be fine.
Fair enough. Call it a question mark, less than a concern.
Yep.
Concern about quarterback and safety depth. We've talked about that in this segment.
Jaylen Reed, bitch tits.
Here you go. He can play both positions at once.
Yep.
How about the stupid kicker?
Yes. Last year, he did the same thing in preseason and the first game of the season. Vrable, as being a player's coach, didn't want to do anything, didn't bring any more kickers in. If you have this problem come against the Browns preseason game and the first game of the season against the Seahawks, you need to get rid of him and bring in a veteran guy.
Yeah, they can't let that ride like they did last year.
Nope.
And then last concern here, and I know I'm in a small boat, but this has been mine for a couple years running. And less than a concern, more of a question mark. Drake Maye against good competition down late. Tell me the time that he's proven that he can get that done. Baltimore without Lamar Jackson. That's your only example.
Yeah.
That's your only example. So prove that to me, Drake. You got things to prove this year. Until you do, it's a question mark. I am confident in basically the entire starting group. I said outside of linebackers, left guard, center, but if you push me to it, Spillane, I just don't think it's enough.
I'm surprised you didn't put left tackle there.
No, I think
you think Will Campbell's going to be fine.
Will Campbell was fine
until the injury.
Yeah. Vera Tucker at left guard, obviously injury concern, but if he's not hurt, I'm good there. And then they've got enough surrounded by the rookie Wilson, who seems to be okay at center. I think across the board, their starters are all good.
Yeah. No depth, but good. Good starters. Yep.
I'm confident in Mike Vrable and McDaniels being able to keep all games competitive. I don't anticipate any blowouts this year. I'm real confident in Ramanama Ding Dong, who continues to get talked up.
He can catch now.
As long as he keeps that fumbling thing under wraps,
he can catch the ball out of the backfield. That's going to be a problem for NFL teams.
He might have a monster year with their improved wide receiver core.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think A.J. Brown is going to have a monster year. He's got something to prove. Drake Maye is a bona fide guy. He's offense clicking. I think they're going to feed him the ball. I think he's going to have a monster year.
I totally agree with you.
There you go. We ended a little confidence. I feel yucky. Oh, shit.
Whoa. Hey, Grad! Clean us up.
I'm breaking things. All right, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like. That was a lot of Patriots talk there. We'll be right back with a little baseball dog days of the Red Sox. See you in a minute.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Did you clean it up?
Don't mind me.
I never do.
Just knocking power out.
You would?
Here we are, August 26th. We are in the dog days of summer, dog days of baseball season. It's just a countdown to September call-ups, the expanded roster. And the Red Sox just continue to refuse to lose a grand slam from Jared Duran, of all people, to get an 11th inning win.
Could you celebrate that, or were you just angry? Like how? Like
I was angry. I don't like Jared Duran.
I know you don't. I know you don't. That's why I was asking the question.
He's an asshole. Like any other description of Jared Duran is, you're missing something. He's a prick. And he's been shitty to fans and can't control his temper.
Mental health. He uses his mental health as a crutch and just says, "Oh, that's why I do it." Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. Baby.
Victim shames against mental health, and I'm sure he has mental health issues, but there's been times where he's abused that.
We all have mental health issues. We just know how to control it.
I mean, I'm all right. You are clearly fucked up. A 73-59, 2.5 games behind the Yankees. They got a 4-game series in New York.
Let's go.
New York this weekend. And then, the biggest story I think for the Red Sox is here comes the cavalry ? Big question mark. I think it is an anticipated return from the prodigal son, Roman Anthony, who's tearing the cover off the ball in Portland and Worcester. First game with Portland, monster home run, like 500 feet. First game with Worcester, home run. He's hitting .333, 5 for 15 in Worcester, 800 slugging, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. They expect him back in Boston, back with the Red Sox for the Yankee series in New York. He was asked about his time in Boston, specifically about going out in Boston and how it could have been a distraction for him. We chronicled that on this show pretty much as we could.
He likes the puss.
He likes a little bit of the wobbly pops and the butter. This was his quote. He said, "I won't really talk on that because it's not even something that's relevant, and it hasn't been relevant in our clubhouse. It's never been a problem, and it's never really even been a thing. I prioritize getting to bed and doing everything I can to show up and give it all to my teammates, to the fans.
I prioritize eating a salad every day so I lose weight."
Yeah, dead giveaway for me was it's never even a thing in our clubhouse.
Bullshit.
I think
we've all been in a locker room with boys together. We know what goes on, the shenanigans, the talk. Yeah, bullshit.
I think Isaiah Kiner-Falefa like basically said that the exact opposite when they were in their lowest point, that once they get back into Beantown, these young kids are off doing their thing. The focus is,
the hat's backwards.
Yeah, the focus is not quite there. And there's a reason you got exiled to Fort Myers in June, dude. Like, come on.
Did you ever hear? I don't know if you were on the show, but did you hear about how Marcelo Mayer was was talking to his sister, Roman Anthony's sister, and they got into a little, and that's why his hand got hurt even more?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, like they got into a fight, and that's why his hand didn't get healthy, and he actually punched Meyer in the face, and that's why it all happened.
I believe all of it. It's a weird thing to see your future face of the franchise get exiled like that, and then your team go on to become the best team in baseball almost immediately after. Clearly, there was a problem there. A piece of that problem, while it was going on, is also scheduled to be back with the team in New York. That is one, Trevor, I shall be consulted on any major baseball decision from the front office, including firing Alex Cora, even though it was the right move. Story. Trevor Story in Worcester is batting 190 with 0 home runs, 1 RBI, a 190 on base percentage, and a 190 slugging percentage. That'll happen when you go 4 for 21. This guy sucks. I don't know why they're bringing him back. He's even in his time in the bigs this year before he got hurt, he was in 206, had a couple 3 home runs and 18 RBIs. Had a shitty attitude, a entitled veteran, not part of this club, not the way they're playing baseball at this point in time. I think it's a massive mistake to bring him back up here. You're going to lose either Siegler, Sogard, or Mickey Gasper, who's on one of the hottest streaks of the season, hitting like almost 500 in small sample size, albeit the kid's on fire. Anthony Siegler, dirt dog, hitting 250, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Sogard, 275, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, doing all the little things, hustling it out, bunting, hitting the ball the other way, sacrifices, playing the way they're supposed to play. Even Chang at 256 batting average. Their best defensive shortstop is in Worcester right now. One of those, someone's going to have to leave this roster when Trevor Story and Anthony come up.
You don't bring up Story. You can't.
They are.
I know, but I'm saying MLB is one of those things. Like, look how like that clubhouse they're having. Like when I forgot who was one of the pitchers was basically saying like how the clubhouse is different now. Was it Chapman? I don't remember. It was Chapman. How it's a different atmosphere now, especially when it was Story was gone, Roman Anthony was gone, Marcelo Meyer was gone. All those guys are gone. It was different clubhouse. These guys were having fun. When you're having fun and you're winning, it's nothing can beat that. And now you're going to bring back the cancer of the locker room, one of the guys that thinks he's entitled in Trevor Story. No, you keep him out. You keep him far, far away. You just say, hey, just keep doing your rehab assignment. We're going to give you a fluke injury, like your oblique is something's wrong with your oblique. Just don't bring this guy back. You have a nice cohesive unit right now. Everyone's gelling. Everyone's winning. Don't bring back the cancer of this organization.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go as far as say as he was the root cause of cancer. I don't think he's that impactful, but I don't think he was helping. And I'll give him a little nod. The Bregman year, the year that they played well, he by all accounts was considered a leader on the team and a good influence. Now he had Alex Bregman to be the face of that. He didn't have to do a lot of that work. If they can somehow get him, if he's okay playing second, he can take a limited role. Which I give a percentage of it because I think he feels the pressure that he understands what the team's been like without him. He understands the changes that came and what it was like before. And he may be, risking losing his job. So he might be willing to take on that role. Yeah. It still doesn't, even if he comes back and is the perfect student and gets into the vibe and is not the guy that brings them down in that department, he still sucks at baseball, and you're still taking away one of these guys that have been a catalyst to your turnaround. So
let the boys watch.
I'm interested to see how they handle it. If he truly sucks and he's a detriment to the team in the lineup or on the field, maybe we do get the oblique, and they have to make it.
They would have to because
they have to be able to make that tough decision. I actually give Breslow a little bit of credit there. He might be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to give Story a shot. And last thing I'll say about Story, if he can turn it on a little bit, he is basically the only right-handed bat on this roster that has a little bit of pop, which they might need in the playoffs. So if he can get a little something out of him, then maybe they're looking for that. But he better be able to play ball, pun intended. Are
they saying he's coming back for the Yankee series as well?
Yes, they're saying Anthony and Story are expected to be back.
That's bad.
Over the weekend.
Wouldn't you bring him back for the Marlins, like a lesser franchise? Like that's big light. That's spotlights on you. You're at Yankee Stadium. All lights are on you. You know that's going to be the Sunday night baseball game of the week. I know ESPN doesn't do that anymore because they cover women's sports now on Sundays. But that is going to be a highlight all over. Like that's the Mecca. You're going to the Mecca, and hopefully those buttholes aren't puckered up, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point.
I didn't say anything wrong about women's sports either, you son of a bitch.
I didn't hear you say anything wrong.
That's right.
I did hear Maz say, though, they have a double header in there, and you get additional flexibility roster-wise, so you can add an extra player, and they can dump a pitcher, and you can manipulate that a little bit. So they may be able to do that and not drop Mickey Gasper and maybe just bring Story off the bench or something like that. So maybe that's in play. I don't know. We'll see. A couple more guys here in the weeds, in the wings, if you would. Curtis Mead was the return from Washington, was that right-handed bat that they were looking for at the trade deadline. Immediately got hit and broke his wrist. He was evaluated. The hard cast is coming off, so that's good news. He started some mobility exercises and training. Look, he was having a good year, a question mark to begin with in terms of what they were going to get from him. If he continued the success he had this year, is going to be great, but his track record is not that. So I think it's that's just adding, a little sprinkle on top. If he can come back and contribute, that'd be great. The other name here that keeps popping up, we thought he was dead in the water, but Garrett Crochet mentioned that if he were come back, the most he could give you would be maybe 2 innings. And I heard someone mention Brian Bayo and his mental incapacity to play baseball in the first and second innings, a pitch in the first, second innings. Could Crochet be an opener for him? And then you bring Bayo in.
No, I would rather have Crochet come out of the bullpen.
I like the Crochet. Crochet starts the game and Bayo comes in. Bayo in that role is the best reliever in baseball. He's got like a .76 ERA or something. If Crochet can take them out and start the game and give you 50 pitches or whatever, and then Bayo comes in, that might be good enough for game 3.
Might, yeah.
He's serious. But obviously a long way away from that in Crochet's, rehab.
Really? We got a
month?
month? We got a month away before the postseason begins?
A little over a month, yeah. I mean, they got 30-something games. So, yeah, it's a month. There you go.
Nice math.
Thank you. That's the Red Sox. Go ahead, hit subscribe, like, tell your friends, tell your mothers. If you're with us live, stick around for 10 questions from fucking idiot.
No, we both did the same thing at the same time. That was nice.
You finger banged your mother too?
Yeah. I thought that was your hand. Wow. All right. So Bobby's not here. So 10 questions with Dr. Big Mac. First question, Richard. Was trading Kashon Boutte the right move?
Can I just say this to you and also to Bobby?
No.
You know we have a Patriots segment. You were starting the show off with a Patriots segment and a Red Sox segment. Why would you put fucking questions from the previous segment in 10 questions? We've already talked about Boutte. We've already talked about Mickey Gasper. We've already talked about Christian Gonzalez. We've already talked about Jaron Duran. Why do you fucking idiots do this? You know what the goddamn show is. These 2 segments are coming first. We're probably going to touch on these questions. Was trading Boutte the right move? No, I just talked about it ad nauseum for like fucking 30 minutes. Yes, Raymond. Question?
Thank you, Richard, for calling on me. So what we do is we do a live show, but then we break it up into segments. So like tomorrow will be the Patriots segment. Friday would be the Red Sox. Maybe Saturday, Monday would be this segment. So it's all different. So you get it at different times. So that's why we're doing that.
Okay, well, I have to do
business, Richard. Fucking get with it. That's why we're doing it right now. So, was the Kashon Boutte trade the right move?
I will refer you back to our Patriots, video. If you have not watched that yet, there's an extra click. No, the Kashon Boutte was not the right move because he is. So
Causeway Caveman was right.
Causeway Caveman's a fucking idiot. Causeway Caveman didn't want AJ Brown if it meant you had to get rid of Kashon Boutte. Well, let's see how that one turns out, you dumbass. Kashon Boutte is more valuable as a backup wide receiver who catches 0 balls, but in the instance that AJ Brown does miss a game or 2 or 3 or 4, Kashon Boutte can slot in there and be productive. That is more valuable than something called Jaylen Reed, who is going to fight to make this team as a safety depth and some 7th round scrub next year. So no, it was not the correct move. He's probably not worth more than what they got for him. Obviously he's not. The market speaks for itself. But I would still rather have Kashon Boutte as your 5th wide receiver as injury depth than Jaylen Reed in a 7th round pick. So no, bad move.
Great. Question 2. Bobby's on vacation. Where is he there, Richard?
Some wigwam somewhere. I don't know.
What state?
Where's the biggest reservation that he could probably get to? Utah?
He's in Myrtle Beach right now with his family, probably regretting life. Going, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
I don't care. Is that a part of this next question?
No, you need to have dinner with one of these athletes, Kyrie Irving or Jaron Duran.
Well, what happened to questions 2 and 3? You just scolded me on fucking show business. We gonna talk about Mickey Gasper again and Christian Gonzalez?
No, because you're very mean. So now I'm just.
Do you send Mickey Gasper down to bring Trevor Story? No, you don't. In baseball, you ride the hot hand. Mickey Gasper's hitting like 487 or something. He's seeing the baseball is the size of Ray's nutsacks right now. You
It's
cannot
very-
throw the ball at Mickey Gasper. You
very
keep
big.
him on the team, and you let Trevor Story rot for all I care. Mickey Gasper will come back down to earth, and when he does, then you can send him back to Worcester, and you can let Trevor Story come up here and catapult your
Play
team
the
back to
hot
the
hand.
dregs. But you don't bench a hot hand in baseball. No.
Christian Gonzalez publicly said he is frustrated with contract negotiation. Is a trade incoming?
No, we've already talked about this.
Oh my God!
No, a trade is not incoming. They will not be trading Christian Gonzalez this year. Next offseason is where you want to look at that. However,
No, first of all, whoa, no, shut the fuck up. I sent these 10 questions before you even did your email.
I know, and I saw them. And instead of correcting you, you want to talk show business. I planted this little feud here because I saw the first 3 questions. I went, I was about to text you fucking moron. And I was like, no, let me save this for air. Fucking idiots. Trade. Look, everyone talks Christian Gonzalez trade, 2 second-round picks, 2 second-round picks, Sauce Gardner, 2 first-round picks, 2 first-round picks. You're not getting 2 first-round picks on a guy going his last year of his rookie deal. You're getting 1 first-round pick, probably a late rounder, because you're going to be trading to a team in contention. So you're going to get a mid to late first-round pick and maybe some fodder, a 4th and a 5th or something for Christian Gonzalez. You want to tell me that he's worth that? You'd rather have that, a 1st and a 5th and a 3rd? Okay. Sure, I think he's probably better than that, and I'm not even high in the player. I would just pay him the $60 million over 2 years, call it a fucking day.
Yep.
But no trade this year, highly likely next year.
You need to have dinner with one of these athletes, Richard. Kyrie Irving or Jaren Duran. Who you picking?
That's easy. Now,
you have to pick one. You can't pick death.
Yeah. I was just confirming in this fantasy world. Are the laws still the same for physical assault and potential manslaughter?
It's America, so everything changes daily nowadays. So the choice is
true.
yours.
That's true. If I donate to the right political campaign, I could pretty much get away.
Apparently,
with
Dolly Parton gets a half staff or a flag. So I mean, the world's our oyster. We can do whatever we want. Apparently,
she served. I'm sure. I'm still going Jaren Duran here. Kyrie Irving is so far up on my list of people that I hate. I would not last. Although I do like to argue, so I would like to just berate him on how stupid he is. The thing with Jaren Duran, though, he's liked in his locker room. So and he's a baseball player. Generally, baseball players are kind of pussies and weirdos sometimes. Basketball players are just like arrogant pricks. And Kyrie Irving is top of the list there. Although baseball players are kind of arrogant pricks too. I don't know. I hate both these guys, to be honest with you.
That's why the question.
Fucking assholes. Jaren Duran's probably an easier one to get through. Kyrie Irving would be more entertaining. You'd fire me up, that's for sure.
The amount of puss that Jaren Duran could pull would probably.
I don't think I could talk to Jaren Duran anything but anything. I think his head is full of just stones rattling around up there. I guess we could talk baseball. You know how to hit? I can see the ball.
Nope.
Hit the ball.
Nope.
Actually, better question. Do you know how to field? Remember when he first came up and could not catch a fly ball?
Yeah. Yes.
That was unbelievable.
And he couldn't hit one, and then they asked him to use a tennis racket, some guy, and he said some weird gesture back to him or weird statement back to him.
I'd bring the video and ask him to point out the guy in Minnesota that told him to kill himself.
I don't think he existed.
I don't think so. He does either.
Bruins are going overseas during the regular season in 2027-28. NHL, why are we doing this?
Where overseas?
Europe.
That's fine. I mean, at least like Eastern Europe, at least hockey's popular.
Well, they're not going to fucking Russia there, Rich.
Oh, are they going to France? Because it's not popular in France. Are they going to the Czech? Are they going to Germany. Serbia? Where are they fucking? Finland? Sweden? A team with a national hockey team, Raymond?
Did I not say
you
fucking Europe.
I've been swearing too much in this because you were a jerker. You're jerking me around this evening, and I apologize for that. But it is aggravating, and Russia is not technically Europe. So where are they going?
It's Asia. It's Munich, Germany. Like I said, you fucking wish you listened to me.
What's
Kelly.
Asia?
Russia.
Yeah. So they're going to Germany.
Yes, which I said Europe.
Yeah. Hockey is a popular sport in Germany. It's probably good for the NHL.
And that's where our coach is from.
So there you go. So you're
read an atlas, idiot.
I don't understand why I'm the idiot.
Next question. How was your family picnic last night at 8:30 p.m.?
It wasn't last night. It was
last week.
Last week.
How was it?
It never ended up going through. Let me think.
Are you fucking serious?
Let me think what happened instead. I don't remember what happened instead. Well, we didn't get home till like 8 or something. I don't remember what happened instead. I sent you the screenshot. I'm not full of shit. I wouldn't fucking lie.
I was just asking how it was.
It didn't happen, but something else happened. I think we just went to a restaurant or something. But yeah. Yeah, shut up.
Who would be a shocker to be cut from the 53-man roster by the Patriots?
Drake Maye. I don't know.
Great question. A great answer. I was going to say Kashon Boutte, but then he got traded. Trad Tracy has done this year for the Red Sox. Should they take the interim tag off that managerial?
Yeah, here's a great question because it leads to a more philosophical, bigger picture for the Red Sox. The front office did nearly nothing to get to where this team is at. This is 1,000% the players, and as much as Trad Tracy has to do with that. So, when it comes to the decision of the front office giving Chad Tracy the head manager position, I don't know because I have no idea what the future of this roster looks like. It's not Anthony Siegler and Caleb Durbin and Cheng and these guys, these fringe 4A players that are going to lead you into next year. And your plan going into this year completely fell apart. Marcelo Meyer is not here. Christian Campbell is not here. Even Garrett Crochet got hurt. You can't blame the injury. I get that. But your plan didn't work. So I don't know what the plan is for next year. And I don't know how Chad Tracy fits into that or not. He can clearly get guys to play hard for him when those guys are underpaid 4A players, and you create a culture like that where Wilson Contreras can fit in and play well, and some of your actual bigger names can play well. So, yeah, he's proven himself. You probably give him a small short money deal. You're still playing Alex Cora for the next 2 years, like $7 million. So they're not going to overpay for Chad Tracy. Not that he's worth it, but he probably gets a 2-year deal, 2 or 3 year deal.
What he's done with this team, I think for sure he should get that interim tag taken off. And even if you pay him a 2-year deal, he's not going to get anything outrageous like what Alex Cora is getting. I know Alex Cora at one point was the highest paid manager in MLB. Chad Tracy will definitely not get that. So a 2-year deal would be nothing for.
No, it'll be like one of the lowest in the MLB. My point is though, like when you get this interim manager tag and then you earn the full manager tag, that comes with an idea that you're going to carry momentum into the next season with your team. I look at this roster and I go, I don't know how much of this team is going to be here next year. So what does that impact that Tracy had on these guys? How does that translate next year when it's a new batch of real MLB players?
Hello?
We don't know. Pay your internet bill.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Next question. Do the Patriots have a depth issue?
Now, we've talked about this ad nauseum. If you're interested in going back
Thursday night,
and listening to the live show or potentially the Patriots video we have on here, Patriots have a depth issue. Mike Vrable told us that.
Last question. Dolly Parton died this week along with Tim Curry. Death comes in threes. Who's next there, Richard?
There's a couple people I could cross my fingers for. I'm not going to say it out loud because wishes don't come true if you say them.
Yeah, I know.
It's not you. It's not you. I would never wish that. Who's Tim Curry?
He played the original It, Stephen King's It. He was the clown. He was the manager in Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin. Home Alone 2.
I I don't think the likes
He was-
of Tim Curry get to be lumped in with Dolly Parton as a
He
2
was
parts of a 3-part death.
the
triangle.
Rocky
Horror Picture Show.
Yes, he was the main character.
Yeah, all right. I mean, Dolly Parton's international. Dolly Parton's up there with like
Home Alone 2 is the probably 6th greatest movie made of all time, so that's why I pour one out for my homie.
Trump was in that movie.
I didn't want to say it. Saying Trump around you is like saying the C word around a girl.
Why? Because I get to laugh at you for your stupid fucking decisions. This has been 10 questions with a dummy ding dong. We'll be right back to finishing off with Simplest Minds of the Week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
But I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
Have you watched season 3 of Tires yet?
No, I started the first episode and fell asleep.
Episode 2 is the Benda Boys group chat, pretty much in a nutshell.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
Very good. That's a good way to start the Simplest Minds of the Week, where we show you stupid ass videos on the internet that make us laugh. And this one here, if you're into that, go ahead. Subscribe, rate, and laugh. Speaking of Bender Boys, which is our high school boys group, very classic email or text chain that if ever got out in public, none of us are ever running for public office. So,
or have jobs.
That's the type of thing that would end you.
Yeah.
This one's called Yeehaw.
You get the fuck off! Fucking line cross fruity motherfucker!
How would have none of us figured do that? That is genius.
Yeehaw.
Hits him with
Fruity
the
ass
fucking pool
motherfucker.
right in the nuts and then rides him like a horsey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he says to him? You fruity motherfucker.
Fruity ass riding motherfucker or something.
Yeah.
This one's called Smooth.
Cool.
Oh, fuck! Faded! And
All been there. We've
Yeah.
all been there.
That's the look of a man of embarrassment, but also understands,
I'm drunk.
you're drunk. We're providing a laugh with mutual
I
friends.
did that for you. I did that
Yeah.
just to make you guys laugh. Yes.
And depending on the age of that man, he looked a little bit on the younger side, but there's definitely a thought creeping up like tomorrow is definitely gonna suck. This is
For sure.
gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
For sure.
And and this one's called Goddamn John, what the fuck?
Joe, nigga.
The burp, the beer all over, the ass just hanging out. Oh my god.
And here comes the wife.
God damn, John, what the fuck?
God damn, John, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
that's good. That was good. When you said that today, that was
Yeah.
all three. I think 3 for 3. You did great this week.
It was a good Simplest Minds. It was a good
Yes.
Simplest Minds. Subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends, tell your mothers if you like that. If not, do it anyway. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week. Maybe
Okay.
Wednesday. Let's say Wednesday. Live at 8:30. But if you know anything about show business, you know that we cut the show up and we put it out day at a time, different segments. We talk about the same things over and over again, so you don't miss anything. So go ahead and subscribe and hit the little ding dong button so you know when the next one comes out. Follow us on the socials. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Apparently, the Celtics are dumb front-running pussies.
This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
You say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U.